Welcome to the 2350 Effect.
Hello, everyone out there, and welcome to the 2350 Effect Live. And we have a special conversation tonight. We are kicking off the 2350 Network. I am your co host, Damian Kinsey, the founder or the co creator of the 2350 Network. And we are going to talk all things 2350, and we're going to talk about the work life balance summit tonight. I'm excited.
I am too. I'll go ahead and introduce myself. I am Tanya Farron. I am the other co-host, co-creator of the 2350 Effect, as well as the 2350 Network, with my good friend Damian Kinsey. So really excited to bring this information to you guys tonight, and so that you can learn just a little bit more about us and what we think is really important in our lives. So happy to be here tonight. Got some great people in the audience. So those of you that are watching right now, I know we had a slight glitch with the event. So if you wouldn't mind letting people know, or anyone that's asking you, that we are live on this platform tonight, just direct them to that. I'd really appreciate that.
Oh, yes, it's definitely thank you for everyone's help and support and navigating this whole situation. And with that said, now, as always, we always started off with a laugh, or talk, or a text. That thing during the week that made you either laugh out loud, call somebody, or made you text somebody. What was your situation on Dr. Farron that made you laugh, talk, or text?
Oh my gosh. So we have a text group called Gigi's Gems, which my mom is a Gigi. So she's Gigi. And then it's myself and my two daughters, and that's our little text group. So we were chatting about what we were doing today. And I told them I was finally getting some pool time. And my mom's getting really good at these GIFs. And she has sent some pretty cute images of kids going into the pool, a little baby floating in the pool. And then a dog pool party. And so she was really happy for me because we've had some pool issues this summer. And so finally was able to get into one of my happy places. So that was my laugh, caller, text today, which was kind of a little all of the above. How about you, Damian?
Nice. My laugh, talk, or text is all of the above today. So I've done so many audio events in my career that my brain is wired to automatically do audio events and put it in. So when I posted this particular event, it came up as an audio event. And I didn't realize until earlier when someone said, "Hey, this is an audio event," and then they clicked in my head that it was an audio event, and I had to change it to live. And LinkedIn does not let you change from audio to live. You can change the information. You can put anything. You take the pictures out. You could take people off who are part of the speakers, but you can't change from audio to live if you have made a mistake. You have to delete it. I chose not to delete it. I chose to laugh at myself, engage in the post, and send a message to people and say, "Hey, my fault, my mistake." So that shows that I did a full accountability. And that was my laugh, talk, call, or text for the day.
Yep. You're human. You're allowed to make a mistake. Absolutely. So I just want to thank everybody for being here tonight too. Christy, thanks for being here. And David, Leslie, so much. Thank you so much for being here. Fawn, nice to see you in the audience as well. Peggy, nice to see you. Michelle, thank you for being here. And Leslie, Gigi, my mom decided she was going to be a Gigi when I had my first daughter, and she said it was for gorgeous, Grandma. I said it was more for goofy. So the jury's still out on that one.
So do you want to kick off and get into what exactly are we talking about? What is the 2350 Network? Or do you want to talk about work-life balance summit?
Well,
Your
I
take.
think let's start with the Work-Life Balance Summit for the fact that it kind of somehow wraps us around to the 2350 network. Like it sort of starts that conversation a little bit. So the Work-Life Balance Summit is an event that we have. It's virtual. That is October 4th and 5th. And I had my first one last year. And when I went to host the Work-Life Balance Summit, it was just an idea that came to me. It was something that I thought was going to be really amazing. Like all of a sudden, when you just get that spark idea and you're like, oh my gosh, I have this great idea. And I went and I just grabbed just like a notepad like this. And I just started writing everything that I wanted down at this event. And I wanted to kind of mirror it to, an event that's actually in person in Missouri and that had been going on for like 20 years. And I had this idea of having people that would be able to share about, how to find that balance in your life. Because a lot of us, especially on LinkedIn, we all work, we have families, we have social lives and, or health and fitness, we have health conditions, all of those things. So, how do we balance that in our life? And so I had met so many amazing people on LinkedIn. I originally wanted it to just like be a female organization group, but I had met so many amazing people like Damien who were not females. And I was like, they have things to offer and contribute to this Work-Life Balance Summit. So it started last year. I think we had one day, it was a Saturday. I think there was about 12 presenters or something like that. And it was so smashing amazing. It was so great. And, I had called Damien up and I was like, Damien, I have this idea. Is this crazy? Like, do you think this could be done? And he's like, yeah, I think you should do it. I was like, okay. And I called a few other people and said, let me tell you my idea. What do you think? What do you think? And so the Work-Life Balance Summit sort of evolved from something like that. And just that conversation. And then I went ahead and started asking presenters to attend. And we were able to build an amazing lineup of people with a really large skill set, that could really benefit a lot of people. And, it was just amazing to happen. And now we're having our second one already this year. So we had the Work-Life Balance Summit. Then we had the Virtual Wellness Summit in March. And now we're having the Work-Life Balance Summit again, October 4th and 5th. And it's even bigger. It's 2 days. It is 27 presenters, 25 sessions. Like it's just incredible what we have been able to put together. So back it up a little bit to last year, I was a little overwhelmed. I bit off a big task and I had Damien reach out to me and he was like, hey, are you doing okay? He saw all these. I'll let you tell them. You tell them, Damien, what do you were noticing some things about last year's event.
Yeah, so last year's event was great. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was, and this is this year's event. So the Professional Work-Life Balance Summit was cool. It was a great event and having it. And I noticed in the beginning you were doing audio events and you were doing and trying to get people to sign up for audio events. And people were signing up and supporting, which was cool. And I noticed how much work it is to put an event on at work and period. And then I saw how you were doing it. And then I think I did my first audio room with you to help support the summit because I was busy doing other audio rooms that I had obligations with Jackie, with Aaron back then, and I think Raheem and them. And then I did one with you, and I was like, "Hey, you want some help?" Because putting on an event, hosting those audio rooms, putting together is a lot of work, and then putting a summit together, and you were doing it by yourself. And I was like, "Hey, you want some help?" You was like, "Sure, yes, I'm not going to turn down free help." So I was like a support system and helping out with the summit. People were coming to me saying, "Hey, I love your summit," and I was like, "This is not my event. This is Dr. Farron's event. I'm here helping and supporting and whatnot." And also, LinkedIn user, happy Sunday to you as well. Please put your name so we can know who you are, so we can shout you out. And thank you, Paul, also. it was a typo for the audio room. Those people are out there. It is not. This is a live, not an audio room, and that kind of goes with the framework of this whole thing, putting it together and doing the work, and it being a lot and working together. And we came up with the virtual wellness summit as a result of that. And we weren't even done with the professional work life balance summit when we
No,
started planning for the work life balance summit.
the
And the
virtual.
same thing with the virtual wellness summit. We wasn't even done with that when we started talking about what the work life balance summit is going to look like. And now we're here at the professional work life balance summit. You're talking about 12 to 13 presenters, and now we're up to what, 27, 20, 28,
27,
29 almost
27 presenters.
27 presenters,
Yeah.
and it's over double the amount of presenters in a year. So that shows you how much this thing is growing, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger. Me and you talked about it, and we was talking, and I said I want to see this being like the Wimbledon of virtual summits, and I think it's only going to get bigger to the point where you might just have 100 speakers, and it'd be like virtual plus in person in the next couple of years. And um, so I think the sky's the limit. And kudos to you for doing this and saying, I want to pivot and not just contain it to just females and have it to everyone. And
Yeah.
I thank you for inviting me on this ride.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it was a good happening. Let's put it that way. There are no chance encounters, and actually we were laughing when we were meeting the other day, Damien and I, laughing about stepping into each other's Zoom room and connecting with each other and getting to know one another, and then getting to the summit and finishing that. And when we finished the summit in October, I remember Damien called me up and he was like, well, what do you think? And I was so excited. I was just like, oh my God, it was amazing and so thrilling and exciting. And then we started partnering, which, sharing the load is so nice when you find a partner that you are, that you complement one another in your skills and skill sets. That's very, very helpful. And so Damien has been an incredible help, and a great idea guy. He's an amazing idea guy. He comes up with a lot of really great things, and we spend a lot of time collaborating and talking and getting things organized. So there's a lot of work behind the scenes. Damien, what's kind of like your biggest surprise of like the behind the scenes thing that people don't really know about putting this event on? What would you like?
Well, I'll tell you
tell
something behind the scenes that I just saw. And I love when our audience engages and gives us comments, suggestions, and talk to us. So in the comments, make sure you're communicating in the comments. I do read the messages during the live as well. So if you're sending me messages, I did get feedback on. Can you kind of slow it down a little bit when I'm flashing on what's going on, so people can read and digest all the good things people are saying. And we want to always implement that feedback, especially when it's appropriate. And we want to make this the best experience ever. The best thing for me behind the scenes is the synergy between you and I, the relationship. Going from being the guy who came onto the Zoom and said, okay, this is about parenting, let me come here. Like I took parenting classes at that time. I wanted a different perspective. I wanted to see what was going on, and I didn't know what to expect coming into the Zoom. And then almost 3 years later, we're here, like at the point where this is our third summit coming up. We're building the network, and there's so many things going on. The behind the scenes of it is unbelievable. And also, I think communicating and connecting and having those relationships with the presenters, and we're allowing them to be themselves, do what they do, and we're just putting it out to the forefront. And it's so cool to interact with them and seeing that everybody is getting along and people are building relationships with each other beyond LinkedIn.
Yes, one of the things that I wanted so much when I did the very first one, and we've continued to put this out there, is we want our presenters to be themselves. We want them to promote their product if they have a product, their message. We want them to be able to give all of those, that information out to people. A lot of places that you go to, they don't want you to promote. They don't want you to collect email addresses. Please, my point when I began this was to help, put goodness into the world, right? To help with work-life balance, because life and work is stressful sometimes. And so what are our tools and resources if we don't have them? We've got to put them out there for them. And so I want to make sure that everybody gets everything that they really deserve to get when they come to a session. Now, I want to think about our presenters are so incredible. And I know you're going to flip through some things here shortly about our presenters, but I feel like it's so important for people to take the time to do professional development. So even if, I know I'm an educator, I have not been to a professional development that I have actually gone to in years because I've never been sent by my employer. So I decided to take it upon myself and start learning about things and meeting with people and coming to these rooms and these events. And it's really important that you take care of yourself. So I would recommend you get a ticket. You take the day off of work on Friday and you sit with us Friday and Saturday and you learn all sorts of incredible things from these presenters, or get your company to purchase the tickets for you. We have, and we'll go down this road later, but we have a sponsorship opportunity. So if a company or organization wants to come in and sponsor, they can buy a group of tickets for their staff. Just have them reach out to us, but talk to your staff, talk to your employer about this. It's really important to be able to go and professionally develop yourself. That's why it's called The Professional. We're on LinkedIn. We're all professionals in some way. We're balancing our work and our life. And so it's very important for us to look at this. And I think it's important to provide this opportunity for people. There's so much stress in the world. And I think one of the things that, Damien, when we were talking before, the behind the scenes piece is we spend a lot of time planning this event together. I think this weekend, even, what do you think? We've spent 4 hours together this weekend, not including today, between even just being together, talking on, virtually texting. I'm sending him texts all day yesterday. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm sending you this. He's texting me things back. It's a lot of planning and a lot of communicating, and in big chunks. Like there's just chunks of that planning and organization. One of the things that we do with the Work-Life Balance Summit is we spend time with our presenters. And our presenters are really special to us. So when you come to the Work-Life Balance Summit, it is not just that you're coming to, Tanya and Damien grabbed some people and took their applications and said, yes, this fits the mold. Please go present. We spend time with our presenters. We get to know them. They get to know us. They get to know the other presenters. And that is so important to us, because if we're sending out a message of collaboration and taking time together and getting to know people, then we have got to show that and emulate that in our conversation with our presenters. Damien, what are your thoughts about the time we spend with our presenters?
So I think we spend a great amount of time with them. I think on off LinkedIn, having conversations with them. It's always kind of like, it's always an adjustment when we kind of be like, you just call me, text me.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't want to bother you. And I'm like, just call or text me. Just let me know what's going on. And we reach out, we'll connect with them. We'll talk to them. We'll work out any kinks or whatever, any suggestions. And we're good at working it out and working with them. And we're also good at pairing them with people who can get through to them and help support them. And they're not necessarily mentors, people that they can build relationships with and say, hey, I know how this feels. What's the process? I got this. Here's where I can help and support you at. And I think those things are really important. And we listen to them and they give us a lot of feedback. and we ask for feedback. We do a lot of team building as well. So it's so fun having those opportunities to build those relationships, team build with them, and actually get things done.
Yeah, exactly. So do you want to show some of the do you have the site up? Do you want to show them what it looks like? If you guys go that are watching, click that QR code with your phone, it will take you to the event. And the event will, and if you want me to share, Damien, I can share. I do have it up.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, oops, I thought I did. I'll get it in 2 seconds. Hang on a second. You can also go to Creative Living Ideas website. Sorry, I can't talk. And if you go to Creative Living Ideas website, can you let that present, Damien? Click that and it'll present up there. That extra screen. Do you see the screen? There we go. So this is on Creative Living Ideas website. So if you see here, there's our homepage, the virtual wellness experience that's coming in March. We already have the date ready to go. So those tickets are already available, but Work-Life Balance Summit in October is here. And so when you come to the site here, you can click and register here. And I have to reshare my screen. Here we go. And this is the tab. So when you click that QR code on that piece that Damien shared you, and I think Christy's going to also drop it in the chat for us, the link to it. And then you can scroll up like this. Sorry, I'm on the wrong page. You can scroll up like this and you can see the sessions that are already available, and what for, the entire presentation for the day, who's presenting. We have 2 sessions every, on the half hour. And it's pretty awesome. Lots of amazing people in the audience that are here. Leslie Flowers, Jackie is here. She is also presenting. I think there were some other people that were in the audience that were here. I think Fawn was here for a minute. So a lot of amazing people. So you can see the sessions. They are already pre-built and ready to go. So when you purchase your ticket, you can go into the section that shows you that and shows you your, you can save the sessions that you want to attend and go to. And then you can look at the speakers and you can click on them and see their, what sessions are they presenting in. You can learn a little bit about them. You can hear their bio. You can follow them on social media. So our presenters haven't even seen this yet. We're going to show them this tomorrow, but it's a really incredible platform. It's a Zoom event platform. Really amazing when you go on to the sessions here and you click on them. So say, for example, this session here, you can see what it's about. Here's some information about the session on here. So you can go through and read all of that. So please go through and click that QR code. Clicking that QR code just gets you access to this so you can see it. Another thing that we have that's really fun is we have this lobby piece with it. And you in the lobby, there's like a chat session in here, and then you can see what your sessions are. So like for me, these are the sessions that I have bookmarked because they're the ones I'm presenting at. And so this is really amazing to be able to do and go through, also to see your sessions. It gets you organized. All you have to do is when you sign up with whatever email address you have a free Zoom account. And then you have access to it. So in the lobby, again, you can see the sessions. There's a chat box over here. So the day of, we'll be chatting and talking to each other. So it's really fun. And then your itinerary, you can also see it like this. So there's so many amazing features with this Zoom event. And then again, back to your speakers. Yes, nice. I know. We said 27. This is a pretty incredible group, don't you think?
Yeah. And that is an amazing group of people. And real quick, Leslie Flowers, we did put the flyers in the QR code here. I put it in there, and also Christy put the actual link in there, so you can just go get it from the comment section. So we are paying attention in real time. Can you bring that back?
Do you want the speakers? Hmm.
Yeah, so we know all of these people, and uh, there's people who a lot of them I know personally, and I have to say you are in it for a complete treat if you go to the Work Life Balance Summit because these people are amazing individuals on off LinkedIn, in business, owning their own business, in the workforce, powerhouse people and individuals in all walks of life, from finance to um, wellness to leadership to project managing, consulting, coaching, magazines, HR, banking, book publishing, book writing, acting, travel, hospitality. It's people who's created businesses and sold them here. There are so many people in here that are doing so
Therapists.
many things in here. Therapists. Um, there is like, and these people are really amazing and elite at what they do. Like principals, ex principals, writers. It's so many people, a wealth of knowledge and individuals here as well. And you are definitely in for a treat. And it is. Let me go back. Go back to the original flyer real quick, or I can bring it up.
Um,
Okay, cool. So that is October 4th and the 5th. Please do not wait until October 4th and 5th because the tickets are actually on sale, meaning that they're not just for sale, they're at discount price until the 16th of August. So get your discounted tickets. I know individuals who thank you, Dr. Marcia. It definitely is. Um Christy, thank you as well. This is definitely awesome. And please, because I know last time when we were putting the summit together, we had people who were trying to get tickets at the end. Tickets are going to go quickly. Get them early. Get them at the discounted prices, which is way cheaper and affordable than what it is. Even though the whole summit is, we try to make it as affordable as possible. But please get your tickets to the Work Life Balance Summit
so
and go from there.
right now the tickets are $75 for 2 days, which is a steal of a deal. I don't know what else you can do in 2 days for $75 other than stay at home. And then the tickets go up to $175. So you'll see that on there when you go in and purchase your tickets. So thanks
Which
for
is $37.50 per day right
yeah,
now.
pretty good deal. That's a pretty good deal. There's several people that have been with me since the very beginning session, the very first time. So it's really fun. I want to say I wanted to share with you on some of these sessions and some of the speakers. There's a few, I wouldn't say a lot. There's a few on financial organization, things like that, because that is a stressor in life, right? That helps you balance your work and your life when you understand financial. So that's something new that we added in this year. We didn't really have that last year. So I'm excited about having that. Again, we've got some therapists who have been able to add some really great value to this. So really just an incredible lineup for you. So, and then we start each day with a let's get started just to get everybody going, about 20 minutes of some coffee talk and getting it ready. So it's just not your regular traditional conference that you're going to go to. So you're going to feel welcome. You're going to enjoy collaborating and connecting with other people. So I hope you can join us for that. Shall I stop sharing?
And go back to let's get started. And me, both myself and Dr. Farron are co-facilitating that, but on these Zoom events, it's only one picture. So we're working. We're definitely a team. We're working together on this. And she's doing her own presentation. I'm closing it out, and it is definitely going to be a great event. I am excited. If you can hear it in my voice, is because I believe 100% how great this summit is going to be. You can stop sharing. We're ready to go. All right, cool. So, where do we go from here?
Well, I think kind of the natural transition to go from here is what actually happened to us, right?
Okay.
So we finished the Work-Life Balance Summit, and then we had people that loved it and wanted more. So we created the Virtual Wellness Summit, and we built an incredible community of people that wanted to stay together. And we were already thinking about setting up the 2350 network. So why don't you tell them a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so if you see this side. If you see the little thing above me, that is the 2350 network logo, and it is an amazing thing. You see the colors that I have on, these are the 2350 colors. You see the banner, 2350 colors. And the whole thing about the 2350 network, like I said, it's about making sure that those 10 minutes of your day doesn't disrupt the other 2350 of your day. And that is something that I talked about during the Virtual Wellness Summit back in March. We were talking about building the network. We were having this conversation and back in probably November-ish, right? About building the network. I originally had the brain trust for the network, and I said, Dr. Farron, do you want to partner up with this? And you were like, sure. And we thought about a name. We had a name. We still had a name that was great name. And for whatever reason, that has nothing to do with this. We didn't use that name. And Dr. Farron was like, why don't we call it the 2350 Network? It was okay to call it that. And I was like, sure. We went in, figured out so many things, down to the logo. This show is called the 2350 Effect. We had 76 different names for the live event. And we had about 40 different logos. And one day I'm going to show you the logos just as a fun reel and a conversational piece when people are building their business, so they can understand that you're not alone and it's okay to have these ideas. And even this logo, I like this logo. And me and Dr. Farron, we have two logos that we like. She likes one, I like another one. This is the one that we settled on, and we did rock, paper, scissors over. No, I'm just kidding. This is the one that we came up with, and I like it even more with the frame behind it right there. And we were building this network because we wanted a place where people could communicate, build together, have relationships with each other, and expand beyond us. And we wanted to create a vessel and a place that they can actually call home and facilitate. And I'm proud that we have the 2350 network, and we're launching it down to the website and everything. So is that what you wanted me to talk about?
I do. I did. I still want you to talk about it. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot. It was a lot of meetings, a lot of conversations. So we were still in the middle of finishing the Virtual Wellness Summit and really having all of our Meet the Presenter nights. And then we were having to meet on all sorts of things like our branding, our font, our colors, building a website, just all sorts of things. What did we want it to look like? And, I think, we play nice. We're good about that sort of thing. The Work-Life Balance Summit was my brainchild. He supports me on that. I make a lot of decisions on the colors, the font, those style things. And he's like, okay, you do it. And he had a vision for the network and, asked me to collaborate on it. And so I give him a lot of decision making, I want him to make the decisions. This is his network. And in a sense, it's ours, but it's, his brainchild. And he had a vision. So I wanted that to go through. And I think that's really important when you're partnering with somebody, so a lot of you and a lot of us in business, we are alone, right? So finding that partner or person that you can balance it off of is really important. Now, I want to go a little bit deeper into some of the things that, this network has evolved into, and some of the relationships and friendships that we've made with the people within our network already. So we already have some people in our network. We're really launching it today for the public to be able to be a part of our network. And there's a lot of things that we're starting out. Again, this is a baby. And so we're just getting it started and starting small with some events and things that we're doing. But we've had some really great fun and collaborating. And, one of the things that came out of it was, Damien and some other, Kinga and Brenda Lees and you having these great think tank sessions that were just super amazing, and so helpful when you're an only person, you're one person running a company, you definitely feel like a silo. And so, talk to them about how that had kind of evolved for you all.
So I think it's great because we still meet. Like we met the other day for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we were just talking and then like brainstorming about stuff and having conversations. And I think it's a lot when you're like they're entrepreneurs. So when you're in an entrepreneurial state, you don't have somebody to walk across the hall to have a conversation with.
Mm-hmm.
And even when you're in a business or company, sometimes you can't talk internally to your team members or company. You always have to have somebody internally, externally, like you can talk to and have conversations with. And the great part about these particular brainstorming sessions or conversations or work groups that we're having is that they take place in a space.
Mm-hmm.
And I do mean a space, like to the point where, okay, so I'm going to get into the space. So the 2350 network, we created a campus, a virtual campus space where people can come to and share and have opportunities. So this is the virtual lobby. If you notice, you see my picture. That's my picture. It could turn into my actual physical picture. I can broadcast there. This is the 2350 campus lobby. This is the outside, the courtyard for the 2350 campus. The auditorium / stadium, the 2350 campus. This is space. This particular space holds over 40 people. Here's the community room, 2350 community room. This holds over 23 people. The pool room and recreation room where people have fun and relax. Notice the colors of the 23. It's the same color scheme. Here's my virtual office. And here's our real faces, Damien and Tanya, Dr. Farron, inside her virtual office space. So the 2350
on Saturday working.
Yeah. We was working for like 4 hours basically on Saturday because we did Leadership and Lemonade, which is something we do monthly where we do a brainstorming activity about leadership. We had a conversation around what was it, the pros and cons of
peer evaluation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, peer evaluation and peer review. So that's what we talked about on Saturday. We have a lunch and learn next week, right? Yeah, in a couple of weeks. We have lunch and learn. Yeah. We have social happy hour. We have brainstorming events. We have 2350 network members meetings. There's so much spaces going on in this, and these spaces are open for our members and they have access to all the time. There's no, I got to set up a Zoom meeting with them and get them to come in. They have access fully to meet in there, work together and brainstorm. So if, for instance, Jackie's a 2350 member as well, and I say, hey, Jackie, I want to meet in here right now, and after this, we can just click in and go in and go talk and have conversations and meet. Brenda Lee's, we can go in and go have conversations and meet. And you see Brenda Lee's on LinkedIn up at 2:00 in the morning. If I'm up and say, hey, let's brainstorm this out. We're both up. We can just go in there at 2:00 in the morning and go into any one of these rooms and just brainstorm and work together. So that's the great part about the 2350 network. The membership, that access of it, virtual campus, monthly workshops, lunch and learn, social happy hour, Leadership and Lemonade is a part of it. Book club is another thing that we're doing. The parenting groups, Spotlight on the 2350 network, the actual website, which I'm about to show you shortly. The 2350 newsletter, networking, professional development, master classes, host events. So you can host spaces and events in the 2350 network to members. It's so many things going on. Spotlights, I talked about that. And then membership meetings, discount on the Work-Life Balance Summit, the virtual wellness experience, parenting journey, the 2350 network. We have an app too where our members can communicate, the calendar, put stuff and post stuff on there. I have a product, a business, or whatever they can post in there in the resource part, and they can put it. If a member has a class in there and they're doing a workshop, they can post it in there and say, "Here's the link to my workshop. Come sign up for it." And it's all access on the app for the 2350 network app. Work groups in the 2350 Effect, which we encourage our 2350 members to come on the Effect. They can actually host the Effect and do a takeover show. We are making this so much about them and not about us that we want this to be their space, their home, and their environment. And that is exactly what we want to create with the 2350 network. And here's the link to the 2350 network. It is the 2350network.com. Click on it, the link, and you can go there. And then the great part about it is we do have a promo going on for the 2350 network up until Wednesday. Basically, once me and Jackie Holberg do Wishful Wednesday on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Once Wishful Wednesday is over, the promo is over. So it's that discount for to be in the network. You could do a monthly subscription, a yearly subscription. We made it affordable and understanding. And with that said, I need to go into the network, right?
You need to click the website. Yes. Go into the website.
Do you want to? Oh, no, I'll do it. Sorry.
What?
I was sorry. All right, let's put that network out there. All right. And without further ado, we are going into the 2350, the launch of the 2350 network website. All right. This, my friends, is the 2350 network. This is our website. Thank you for signing up for this and coming to this event, the launch of it. We have our mission, we have our vision, we have all these things in services. So many things in the network. Myself, Dr. Farron, here's our email addresses to get in contact with us. And I'm moving a little bit too quickly because I'm excited about something else I want to look at. Members feature. So we have a members feature where we'll be featuring and spotlighting in members. Here's the 2350 network feature, which is the Helpful Living magazine, which is the Virtual Wellness Summit magazine that we did. It's a great magazine and opportunity. Please reach out and you can actually go get the particular magazine. You click on it, boom. It gives you the opportunity to go purchase the magazine. Then what you can do is you can get a physical or a digital copy, and you click on it, and they'll send you right to the opportunity to get to the Mac. And then we have our first spotlight, which is Jamie Rocky Moore Best, who actually is who is actually the actual owner of Helpful Living Mag. And Jamie was so great at helping us collaborate and working on this particular magazine. And this was a great collaborative effort between herself, me, and Dr. Farron. And we put this magazine together and put 16 different members of the Virtual Wellness Summit inside this magazine. So part of the mag is with the members as well. Calendar, where we have our events, what's going on. Here it is, like Lunch and Learn, Leadership and Lemonade. These are the events that we have going through September, which is already set up on the website when you go to the calendar. All right, services. We scroll down here, and we click here to join a member. So when I talked about earlier, here's an application. You fill out the application. If you fill this application out within the next 72 hours, you will be able to get the discounted price, which is half the price of it's a different subscription. which is monthly subscription, and it's also annual subscription. You click this and fill this out. You have to fill this out before 9 p.m. on Wednesday to get the discount for it. And we want to get to know you. We want to make sure this experience is actually what you want. And we want to make sure that we're helping and supporting you in a way that you want and you're getting something out of it. And you're not wasting your time, and we're not giving you a service or support that you feel that you don't deem or need. So that, my friend, is the 2350 Network. You can contact us. You can contact somebody, get to you in 24 hours. Myself, Dr. Farron, email, which is simple as Damien 2350network at Gmail, Tanya 2350network at Gmail. We try to make it as simple as possible and as easy as possible. Dr. Farron, did I miss anything?
No, oh my gosh. No, it's really exciting though, because, I just want to expand on 2 points. One, this network we are building for the people, the members of the network. And when you showed the calendar, it's minimal. Again, we are a baby. We are just starting this out. We have, we're building our membership. But, so we have a few events, but we are looking for our members to really start leading a lot of it. Again, Damien and I always like to say this is not the Tanya and Damien show. We're here to highlight other people. We want other people to take the lead, to be the stars of the show. That is our goal, is to get them to be out and get their businesses to grow. And so, we want them to be able to do that. Leslie Flowers is part of the 2350 Network. She was in our space at Leadership and Lemonade on Saturday. We enjoyed some time together, some collaborating, some camaraderie together. We had her on the 2350 Effect. We've highlighted her new book that is coming out. So if you don't know anything about Leslie's book, you're under a rock, but get her book, and we just, it's just amazing people that we have who also guide us and give us wonderful feedback, resources. They encourage us, they help us and support us, and that's what we're building. And so we want that to continue to grow. So if you're feeling like a silo, you're feeling like you want a place where you can have support and you can bounce ideas, you can practice a session with a group, you can, hold your own lunch and learns. Like, we're expecting this calendar to be so full all of a sudden because so many people are wanting to connect and collaborate that it's just going to be such fun. So really looking forward to that. And then just on the promotion that we have going right now, it's 2350. It's half off. The promotion is half off of a year subscription. And so whether you choose to do a year or whether you choose to pay by monthly, there's 2 options. And so right now, if you do it through Wednesday and you give us that application, you are eligible for the 50% off for the year. So that's our promotion to get us started and to welcome you to the 2350 Network.
And yearly is cheaper than monthly.
Yes.
I believe it's like 2 months off or something like
yes,
that.
Yes, it is. It's 2 months free. Yes. So then you get half of that. So you're getting.
Yeah. And I'm going to go back to this real quick. So this campus, this space, it's so beautiful. And this was a lot of brain trust and design. This is actually facilitated, housed and homed on Go Brunch. So I wanted to give Richard his due for creating this amazing platform on Go Brunch. But I also want to give Aline credit because Aline designed this whole entire campus. I came to her and said, hey, I want a virtual campus. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what we want to do. And she put this together. We had a couple of meetings, and she put this together in less than a month. And it would have took less time, but she was on vacation. And she put this together. She worked with me, and all I had to do was tell her what my vision was, and then I came back, and it was what it was. So these spaces, and she created this. If you notice back here, there's trophies. I don't drink, so there's no bar. The bar doesn't have drinks on it. It has trophies. The color, um, if you see on my arm, I have the Alzheimer's, Walk for Alls. These are things that are near dear to my heart personally. Pancreatic cancer. I have family and friends affected by these things. So the color and the purple scheme of the network, the website, a lot of thought went into that, and it was all about making sure that it had meaning to it. The name of it is the 2350 Network. Don't allow 10 minutes to disrupt the other 2350 of your day. So this whole thing has meaning to it. I thank Tanya Farron for saying, hey, here's you want this vision, I'm gonna rock with you. Here's what I'm gonna do and take over and support and do this. You don't gotta worry about that. You have to worry about this. And I love and appreciate that she was able to do that. And we were able to build this network together. And it's so unbelievable. It's housed on our own platform. Um, and it is just so amazing that this thing, and it was so user friendly to put this together. And even though myself and Dr. Farron are the creators of the 2350 Network, we still had a conversation with the team and had them go over and look at it and say yay or nay. And that is what you need when you're building a network. And no, thank you, Brenda Lees. I love it too. And I love that we were able to sit in there Friday and just sit inside like hour and a half in it. No, were we here? No, we weren't there. Sorry. We sat in one of these rooms for like an hour and a half. So
you better not have been in my office.
No.
You should put a chair in there for Damien in the office. He had to sit on the windowsill the whole time. I'm sure his bum was tired. Leslie, the investment is $23.50 a month, and then it's half off right now for the first year for those that sign up. So that's a great question. And a yearly subscription is $235.
And I think it's less than that if you get it now. And yes. And here's all the things you get. You get, like I said, you get the access to the virtual campus. You do not need me or Dr. Farron to be in there. You have access. You get a code. You go in. You're a member. You're in there. You can meet and just, as they say, rock out. You have monthly workshops that we have. We have a lunch and learn on Mondays, once a month. We have Leadership Eliminated once a month. We have social happy hour that we do at least quarterly. We have I talked about Leadership Eliminated. The one below that is book clubs, where you as an author can have your book and talk about it, chapter of your book and host it in a book club. Spotlight on the 2350 Network, which I showed you with Jamie and her mag. The newsletter is coming for the 2350 newsletter. You probably CLI probably support that tool right now. Networking with people, professional development, master classes, host events, membership meetings, discount on the Work-Life Balance Summit. So your summit ticket is automatically discounted versus everyone else. So if it's $75, it's even less. Whatever. It's even less, whatever the price is. And 2350 Network membership app, you have access to brainstorming sessions. If you want to say, hey, Dr. Farron, Damien, I want to bounce this idea off of you. Let's have a conversation around it. We are always welcome and open up. We're like, let's meet in the campus. Let's talk about it. Work groups where you can open and have opportunities and also be on an effect. So that is that. And this is the website, the 2350 Network and the 2350 Effect. You see it's there. And that is the network. So I'm excited about it. It is launched. I've been for years, people talking about, hey, do your own thing, put things out there and whatnot. we put it out there. We have a network, and I think this is so fun for me and organic because it's not about me. So that's what I like it most, because it's not about me. So cool. And where can you find the form? That is a great question. You go here to services, click, scroll down, and join. And there's the form. Or you can do this. You click, you go to the home page. This comes up and scroll all the way to the bottom. You see myself and Dr. Farron's picture. Click here, right above it. Boom. Fill it out. This will be submitted and go right to me and Dr. Farron, and then we'll review it and go from there. And as long as your membership form is in, like you completed it and put it in before Wednesday, it's still half price, as you see on the screen.
And then what happens after that is Damien and I will review and go through those, and then we'll send those of you a letter and information on, getting started with us. And then we'll have like a new member meeting. And so that's our plan when we do the forms. And so you're welcome to share it out with other people that you know as well, so get it out to other people that that you're working with, especially people that are like starting up a business. They're learning how to do this. They're learning how to be on LinkedIn. I mean, some of these people are just incredible, that are already in our network to get information from. We access them as resources all of the time. And so I did drop the links in, Christy. I don't know if you can drop the link back into the network. My links tend to go, I don't know if it actually goes in LinkedIn or if that's going to my YouTube page, because I'm streaming to a couple of other places, my Facebook page or my LinkedIn page and to my YouTube channel. So yeah. It is exciting and really fun. And we have been, again, talking about this since November. So it's taken a while to sort of create this new project. And we're excited to see it start rolling and getting moving. When you're like getting ready for a party or you're getting ready for a holiday and you've planned and you've planned and you've planned and you've gone back over the plan and you've looked at the plan again. And I mean, I could tell you the number of times we've been into this website, and my team actually was reviewing it for us as well, like Damien was saying, and then we had to go in and make more changes. And then apparently I messed up some of the links, and then, we got them all put back together. And, it's just always going back in and getting eyes back over things. We really try to do that a lot. And so I'm excited for it. I think it's just really an incredible opportunity for all of us, to just meet new people and have more fun. And it's awesome. It's my little LinkedIn family,
So definitely welcome to the 2350 Network. We are live and up. We already had 2350 members already. So we're opening it up from our small group to a more brighter audience.
Yep.
All right.
I think
Favorite
that
quote?
Yeah, I think that covers everything that we really wanted to talk about. Does anybody in the audience have a question for us? Drop it in there if you have a question or something that you want us to answer. We may not have time to answer it live on the show, but we could go back in, and we always go back into the chat and answer those. So if you have questions about the Work-Life Balance Summit that's coming up October 4th or 5th, or about being a member of the 2350 Network, the membership is open. We don't have membership dates. We approve every week, but it is open, and the promotion goes until Wednesday. So make sure that you get that. But if you have questions, drop us some questions. We're happy to do that. Mauricia, I sent you the form in chat. So anybody else need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to myself or Damien.
So Jackie is a member of the 2350 Network. She posted Wishful Wednesday. Her and I do Wishful Wednesdays every month. It's kind of like a open forum of like networking, and we do that. This will be the only time when I talk about the 2350 effect on network on Wishful Wednesday, because I want people to remember that the promotion ends once Wishful Wednesday is over. Once Jackie says Wishful Wednesday is over, then the discount promotion ends there. So you can click on Jackie's page. go into the events section and click on Wishful Wednesday. That's also a great place to go in there and talk about your business and what you have going on, who you want to connect with. We've connected people with businesses. We have people volunteer to help people with their website. We have people formulate businesses together in the room. We have people connect with each other, build friendships, network inside there. So that is a great place to go for Wishful Wednesday as well. The 2350 Network, the link is right there. Here's the website. You can go to that. There's so many things. The virtual campus, as you see here, is in play. Also, the Work-Life Balance Summit. Also, here's the form for this. You can go to here, scan the QR code. Get your tickets before August 15th is the last day before this tickets is discounted at half price. We always do the early bird special. We always have people come up the last minute and say, "Dad, I wish I caught the early bird special," and just do it. It's 27 different presenters. And if you look through that, a lot of those people aren't really as active on LinkedIn as that much. They're doing so many things externally outside of LinkedIn, and you see so many familiar, knowledgeable experts who are on LinkedIn or master facilitators at what they do and great at their craft. So get a ticket to the Virtual Wellness Summit. There is so much about it. It is literally talking about childhood through planning for retirement and even planning for the future beyond life and setting your family up for success. So we're talking about so many things and all the things in between, fun and everything. So, and we even have somebody who acts, literally is an actor, author, and a veteran. So the Virtual Wellness Summit. The Work-Life Balance Summit. All right, with that, the final thing we always love to do when we close out is favorite quote.
I know, and I'm just sticking to mine because I feel like, tonight is really time for me to use my quote that's on my page here, be the change you wish to see in this world. And so I want more goodness. I want more wellness. I want a good balance in my life. I want a great networking group of people. And, I'm putting my efforts and my energies into this. And so I'm doing my best to be the change that I wish to see in the world. How about you, Damien? You
I'm doing 2 quotes today.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
So, we don't live on this planet alone. We need each other to grow. Tomorrow's not promised to no one, so live each day as is the next day is not promised. And then my last one is this. Don't let 10 minutes disrupt the other 2350 of your day.
That's right. Damien's coined phrase. I love it. It's true. It's awesome. It's true. So, yep. This was fun.
And Dr. New loves that one.
Thank you, Dr. New. Me too. Remember everyone, we are here on Sunday nights. It is 7 p.m. Central Time for me, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and then you can do the rest of the math across the world. But join us for the 2350 Effect as we have more people that will be joining us, and you'll be meeting our presenters also coming in the future days. So check it out. Stay tuned with us, and we appreciate you very much. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.
And goodbye, everyone.
Thank you for attending the 2350 Effect. If you are interested in becoming a guest or a sponsor, please contact Damien or Dr. Tanya. Join us every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the 2350 Effect.